everyone, how are we today? Just doing a super quick all signs today. I'm on a bit of a time crunch today, so we are just doing super quick messages from your intuition today, things that your intuition wants you to know, your higher self might want you to know, be aware of at the moment. See what sort of comes on out for everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel, so thank you so much. There will be timestamps in the description box. As always, guys, I am using the Seeker's Lenormand today since, we're seeking some answers from our higher self. So we're going to get started today with Aries. Okay, Aries, messages from Aries higher self. What does Aries intuition need Aries to know right now? Aries, what does your intuition want you to know right now? Aries, there's a lot going on with you. Your intuition wants you to pay more attention to the truth of yourself. We have the moon coming through first and foremost. So your intuition has been trying to sort of scream at you a little bit here, Aries. There's a reason that you've been feeling so emotional. There's a reason that you can't stop thinking about certain things. We have the cloud here as well. There's a reason these things are stressing you out, are eating away at you. We have the mice there. Okay, so with the moon, the clouds, and the mouse. So your emotions, your thoughts, things from the past that have stressed you out, things that have been eating away at you, things that you feel that you've maybe lost. Your thoughts are maybe on things very heavily at the moment that you feel as though you have lost. Both the clouds and the mice do hold a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. It can lead to depression, especially with the emotional component coming into that as well. The things that trigger you, the things that make you feel very emotionally sensitive, the things that upset you. Your intuition is wanting you to pay a little bit more attention to those things because there's a deeper reason why those things are, unshakable. The things that you cannot sort of stop thinking about, or the things that you're overthinking about. There is a little energy here of, maybe the hurt and the pain is clouding your emotion a little bit, clouding your judgment when it comes to this situation a little bit. But your intuition is making you feel so strongly and think so strongly about these things for a reason. So it's wanting you to pay a little bit more attention to, if you can't shake the thought of something, if you can't, if something's triggering you, to look a little bit deeper into why is that triggering you? Why is that making you so stressed and emotional? And what can you do about it? Your intuition, it does feel like your intuition is, stirring this up within you to, it's kind of this energy of like trying to force you to act in some way here. It's not sort of telling me what it wants you to do, but it's wanting you to just start by, being a little bit more truthful with what you are thinking and overthinking about, the things that are making you anxious and nervous and stressed and sort of eating away in the back of your mind, eating away at your emotional self. Pay attention to those things. There's something a little bit deeper there for you to see in regard to those things, Aries. Okay, but that's what we have for you. More than welcome to check your other placements, of course, and we will move on over to our Taurus. Subscribe as well. I do appreciate that. Okay, Taurus, what does your intuition want you to know right now? Taurus, what does your intuition want you to know right now? Listen to your heart. Good energy for you, Taurus. We have the heart coming through first. Listening to your heart. Your intuition wants you to listen to your heart, that to, have a little bit more gratitude for the unconditional love that is in your life and, to expand on that. Okay, hope for more. It's kind of this energy of, I really love this stuff in my life. More, please. Don't be afraid to ask for more. But that starts by showing gratitude for the love that already exists within yourself, within your life. Okay. It does feel like there's a lot of love around you here, Taurus, because we do also see the star as well as the sun. Okay, so it's a really positive time for you to be manifesting things from your heart space. We do see with the star a lot of hope and optimism leading into that sun energy, which is, your wishes being revealed here, your true desires coming true for you and being revealed to you, and a very happy time, coming up for you here, Taurus. A lot of love, happiness, positivity. Your intuition wants you to pay attention to the love, the happiness that you do have in your life, so that you can pay attention to the things that you wish for more of, and the things that you do already have, the wishes that have already come true for you here, Taurus, because revealing that to yourself is going to reveal even more happiness and love for you there, Taurus. So some super positive energy for you, Taurus. I really like that. Okay, but more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini, what does your higher self want you to know? Gemini, what does your intuition want you to know right now? Oh, something's a bit hard to grasp, Gemini. What is that? There's just something that you're having trouble understanding, grasping onto something. You're just struggling to grasp onto something. We do see the lily coming through first. So there is some, emotional intimacy around you at the moment, in a very powerful kind of way. It's coming from within yourself, though, because we do have the tower here. So I do sort of feel as though this is your little fortress of solitude, where you are able to be very vulnerable and open and honest with yourself about your emotions and things that make you feel emotional, and the way that you connect to people emotionally, the way that you're connecting to yourself, and being vulnerable with yourself, on the truth of your emotions and whatnot there. We do see that the long term, the foundations that you're setting within yourself, your intuition really wants to bring your attention to the fact that, yes, it is a good foundation for you to sometimes, take yourself away from everything, and just sit by yourself and really, work through things within your own self, because that's, a way of healing for you. We have the tree here as well. So we do see with the tree a lot of introspection energy, looking after yourself, taking care of yourself, in order to heal and grow, mature emotionally, especially because, with the lily being such a long-term energy, you're putting the right foundations down so that you can continue to develop emotionally, in a much more mature way than you may have in the past. So keep on sort of focusing on yourself and focusing on your self-growth, your self-healing. All right, because you're on the right path with that, Gemini. All right, that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will have a look at Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Cancer. What does Cancer's intuition need Cancer to know right now? Cancer, your higher self, what is your intuition trying to tell you? I'm getting that you're so close to understanding what it is that your intuition wants you to know here. It's been trying to tell you already. We have the rider coming through first here. So, there is good news on the way in some way, shape or form. For some of you, this is all about, getting back up on the horse kind of energy, getting back up into life, involving yourself a little bit more, especially into your feminine energy, regardless of your gender. We do have the feminine energy there. So kind of nurturing opportunities in your life, and becoming a little bit, getting back up on the horse emotionally, and in a kind of nurturing way, like looking after yourself in a very feminine kind of a way, where you're kind of parenting yourself a little bit here, Cancer. It's kind of time to, bring news to yourself of the softer side of yourself, and that being okay for you to have that. Getting back in touch with the softer side of yourself a little bit here, especially as well here, emotional opportunities at the forefront. We have the key as well. So, there definitely is, for some of you, this is a direct message talking about that there is good news on the way from a feminine to give you a new opportunity. I'm seeing a woman opening a door for you, Cancer. And it's kind of like a very mother type figure. That's odd. Seeing myself. That's a bit weird. But it's like I don't know whether for some of you this is just, happening within yourself, but for others of you, there may actually be, a specific woman around you who quite highly likely is like some sort of mother figure, whether to you or just in general a mother. For some of you, I'm getting that it may be more along the lines of Mother Earth type energy here, trying to nurture you and protect you and, guide you in the right direction here. But it's trying to guide you to some new opportunities that are opening up for you, that do lead you to success. It's not really sort of showing me exactly what those opportunities are in regard to, but it's something to do with the softer side of yourself, something to do with soft, tender, loving kind of emotions. But either way, it's coming in quick, and I feel as though your intuition has been trying to tell you already. So just listen to that and try to take notice of the softer elements in your life at the moment. That there may be something important there for you. Okay, Cancer, you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo, what is your intuition trying to tell you? Leo, what does your intuition want to tell you? Firstly, we have the moon coming through with the letter. Emotional communication. Okay. Trust your intuition. The moon is the card of intuition. So, really trust your intuition when it comes to any communication, regardless of, whether it's talking to people in person, through text, online, all forms of communication here. There's also, for some of you, documentation, physical paperwork coming up here as well. But really listen to your intuition. So if you're kind of feeling a red flag, but you can't see proof of it, trust that there is a red flag. Okay. And vice versa with the green flags. If you feel as though something is, a green flag energy, trust that. Even if you can't see, actual proof through the words being used, your intuition is trying to sort of warn you about something here. I feel for a lot of you, we do have the bear coming through as well, which does talk about standing in your own power, strong, tall, firm with your boundaries. But it's also, there is this element here of protecting yourself. That's why it's important to have very strong boundaries. I do feel for a lot of you, your intuition is trying to sort of let you know that, there may be some sort of communication happening for you, currently or soon, that is going to sort of stir up your emotions one way or another. But those emotions and your intuition are trying to show you something under the surface of this communication that may not be in the words themselves. There is the need to, have very clear boundaries within this communication. Try not to get, triggered emotionally, but to assess things, using your emotions for guidance with, you know, if something feels uncomfortable, you know, something feels upsetting, you trust that feeling, that there's something deeper of why you're feeling like that. And maybe, you know, there may be the need to just protect yourself a little bit and just stand guard a little bit, you know, when it comes to this communication and the underlying energy. Because I'm just getting that, you know, the words do not speak this. And, you know, even if it's paperwork, right, it's not written. There's no written proof of the underlying thing that you're kind of having to protect yourself from. It's kind of like, you know, making sure you check the fine print. Even with a spoken conversation, there's some sort of fine print, some sort of loophole or clause that you need to be on your guard against, allowing that to affect you. All right. So just take that into consideration with all the communication you're involving yourself in the next few days, because your intuition is really trying to point that out to you here, Leo. And, you know, with that intuition card coming out first for you, really, really trust your intuition. If something feels wrong, something feels right, trust that. Okay, don't necessarily trust the words. Trust your feelings about those words, you know, and that trust the feeling of the energy that it brings up in you when you know, hear that or see those words, you know. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Leo. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Virgo. Okay, Virgo, what is your intuition trying to tell you? Virgo, what is your intuition trying to tell you? I'm getting a couple of little messages all included in the message here, Virgo. Firstly, we have the ship. Some of you may be traveling soon. We do have the mouse coming out after that. Some of you may be traveling very shortly because of something from your past, something that you've lost in the past. You may need to travel somewhere to find it again, or because it's lost. I feel like it's a person. I am picking up that, you know, for at least one of you, this may be having to travel to a funeral, because you lose someone from your past. It does feel like it's someone that, you know, is from your past that you haven't interacted with in a very long time. It's going to be a little bit stressful, not going to lie, for those of you where that's the case. Others of you, you know, this is kind of just in general, it's talking about, you know, you undertaking a bit of a journey. So for some of you, it does involve that physical travel, but for majority of you, it's just, you know, a journey within yourself here, to kind of journey away from the past a little bit and you know, really put things to bed. We did see this in your weekly reading with the love stuff a little bit here, Virgo, you know, putting the past in the past. So for some of you, we're just sort of finalizing that and you know, completing that journey of really putting the past to bed here. But for others of you, there's something about meeting up with the past, because the last card I have here is the Garden, which is like my meeting. It's the meetings card, meeting someone halfway, meeting up for coffee. You know, it is a very social card. So you can kind of see that, you know, for those of you where this is involving, you know, the loss of a person from your past, that, you know, that may involve some sort of social element, having to, you know, see family that you haven't seen in a long time, or friends that you haven't seen in a long time, that sort of thing as well. But for others of you, this is just about, it's, you know, starting that journey to place the past in the past, just solidify that so that you can start meeting new people and, you know, start getting back out and about into the public, you know, social life a little bit more. you know, not stressing about the past so much, especially when it comes to social functions, events, those sorts of things. Some of you, it does sort of talk about putting the past to bed so that you can, you know, the garden is my date card as well. So for some of you, it's like not just meeting new people, it's meeting new people to date as well here. So it's kind of, yeah, just, you know, moving on from things that have been lost one way or another, whether it's emotionally lost or, you know, in the case of that funeral example. Okay, Virgo, but that's what we have for you. And I keep getting that, given that same message about a family member. You're having to travel to a funeral for a family member that you have not seen or contacted in a very long time. I'm not getting a huge emotional connection there, Virgo. So, you know, it may just be like a distant family member and you're just having to, you know, go to the funeral kind of thing. Because it's not coming through as like a traumatic loss. It's just just telling me there's a loss there, you know, just a bit more generalized. But that's what we have for you, Virgo. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move on to our Libra. Okay, Libra. Libra. What does Libra's intuition want to tell Libra? Libra, what is your intuition trying to tell you? My intuition is telling me I am doing super good at being fast today. I'm not really, I normally talk too much. Okay, Libra. Softly, softly, Libra. Your intuition wants you to be softer on yourself. We have the feminine coming through first. It has come through with the tree, which is the card of self-care. We also have the bear there, okay, which is very similar to the feminine energy in the fact that they're both very nurturing energies here. We've got the mama bear, all right, and the feminine energy both on, you know, on either side of this tree, which is all about looking after yourself and healing and, you know, growth within your own self. Looking after your health for a couple of you here too, protecting yourself, especially. I do want to say for those of you who are have feminine body parts, please make sure you are looking after and getting anything checked out if you're having any health issues to do with feminine stuff. Okay, so breasts, you know, uterus, whatever. Okay, you know what I mean. Feminine stuff seems to be important when it comes to your health at the moment. So make sure we are looking after that. If you are someone in that, you know, category. But just in general here, it's kind of like giving me very much the Mother Earth energy here of kind of treating yourself like nurturing, looking after yourself the way that, you know, Mother Earth grows and nurtures the trees and the grass and the animals and whatnot. And you know, I'm getting some random messages here about, you know, taking better care of the planet, but that's not necessarily directly at you, I don't think, Libra. I think that's just sometimes that Mother Earth energy can be quite strong, and today she's in a mood, wanting to sort of rouse about something going on in the world where we're not taking enough care of the world. That feels like a very important message. Sorry to sort of take over your reading a little bit here, Libra, but if anyone is aware, can you just let me know in the comments, is there something it's kind of like that energy of, like, you know, when there's a really big oil spill, Mother Earth is kind of really upset today. So I am filming this the day before I upload it. So, you know, if you have heard of something like that, let me know, because there's just something going on at the moment in the world in general. And it's really upset the earth today. I don't know exactly what that is. It's just like this woman mourning, crying. Anyway, back to you, Libra. Sorry about that. Sometimes I get channeled messages that I just, I've got to get the message out. Otherwise, it affects me. But yeah, looking after yourself and really doing so in a very kind of taking care of yourself, being your own mother kind of energy here, Libra. Protecting yourself, making sure you've got strong boundaries and you're standing tall in your feminine power, regardless of your gender though, okay? Because the feminine power is, strength from your emotions, strength from nurturing and growing things in your life. All right. So whatever that is in you particularly, I feel as though for a lot of you though, it's paying attention to nurturing your emotions and really, giving yourself some space and being softer on yourself, not pushing yourself too hard at the moment. Okay. Maybe putting up some boundaries between your own self. Okay. That you're working yourself too hard and you need to back off and stop pressuring yourself so much. Okay. Especially when it comes to, self-worth and self-value kind of stuff. I feel like you're just being very hard on yourself and you need to be softer, more gentle with yourself, okay? It's like, the energy of if you, imagine yourself as a mother taking care and raising this sweet little baby Libra yourself, okay? And you need to think about yourself in that kind of a way that you want to look at this sweet little innocent child that needs to be loved and nurtured. You need to look at yourself in that way at the moment. Your intuition wants you to. Okay, Libra. So sorry to go a bit off on a bit of a tangent for you, Libra. I might just make a note of that when I do put the timestamps down as well, because that does seem like a more global message that I've picked up on there. But I would be very interested to know if anyone does know of anything that happens today to do with the earth and humans hurting the earth in some way. I'd be very interested to know exactly what that is. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, check your other placements if you like. Subscribe to the channel and we will move on over to our Scorpios. Scorpio, how are we today? Scorpio. What does Scorpio's intuition need Scorpio to know right now? Scorpio, what is your intuition trying to tell you? Okay, Scorpio. Don't kill the messenger, yeah? Cut it out. We have the scythe coming through first and foremost. Cut it out, Scorpio. We have the clouds coming through with that. You're overthinking it. You are really overthinking it and you are creating more drama within yourself than you need to. You're causing more tension and anxiety and it's leading you to depression here. Cut it out. Whatever it is, cut it out. I feel like for a lot of you, it's the way that you're speaking to yourself and, you're punishing yourself for something. You're very, very, it's very conflicted energy. So, the clouds does talk about clouded judgment, confusion, and we do talk about conflict within the whip here as well. But I do feel as though you're kind of like beating yourself up over something because by overthinking it. You're like, you can't stop thinking about something and you're thinking in a very negative way. You need to cut it out. You need to break free from that negative-ish because it's causing you way more trouble than you deserve and then you even need right now, Scorpio. Okay? Stop overthinking it. I'm getting that acronym thing, that keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Think about it, let it go. Stop holding on to it so hard. It's causing you more drama than good. And for some of you, you may be sort of replaying a fight that you've had with somebody over and over and over. You've had an argument with somebody and your brain just keeps going over and over and over and over and over and over. I should have said this. I should have said that. Why didn't I say this? Why did I say that? Cut it out. You need to break yourself free from thinking that way. You need to start thinking positive. However you need to do that, you need to start focusing on some positive stuff right now, Scorpio. Cut it out. Okay. Sorry about that, Scorpio. You are more than welcome to check your other placements. I am aware that that's not for every single Scorpio. Okay. So if you know that that's not you, check your moon sign. All right, because we are getting a little bit closer to the full moon. The moon signs have been super strong this month as well. So check your moon sign if that's not for you. All right, leave it for whoever it is. All right, but that's what we have. Please subscribe as well. Sorry for being mean, guys. I do apologize. Moving on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, what does your intuition want to tell you? Sagittarius, what does your intuition need you to know right now? I kind of feel like the word apologize, Sagittarius. We do have the letter, so some sort of communication, whether it be texting, phone calls, talking in person, emailing, talking online. You need to give something. Give communication to somebody. Give your time, your energy, your love to somebody. I do feel for quite a lot of you, this is an apology, that you need to give an apology to somebody to overcome the challenge, the delay, the blockage that you've created. Sorry to call you out. And you may not have even created this obstacle between you and this person. It does feel like it's directly connected to a person here. It just feels like it's like, because you can kind of even see here with this mountain, we've got the two mountains, and then this giant big triangle in between them, and this giant big triangle between you and somebody else here. It's this obstacle that you've created or they've created. But it's kind of asking for you to be the bigger person and apologize. Maybe even if you didn't do anything wrong, because I feel like it's about overcoming this challenge one way or another. All right, because I feel like the relationship, the connection is more important than this blockage. All right. So you need to give this person your time, your love, your energy in some way, shape, or form if you wish to receive that back from this person. I'm just feeling like, that mountain energy, that is the Capricorn card. Capricorn can be stubborn as hell. They are an earth sign. They're pretty immovable. That's why they're shown as the mountain, right? They're like this giant solid object that sometimes you just cannot move. You've got no choice but to climb over it. You can't go, what's that, going on a bear hunt. You can't go over it. You can't go under it. You can't go around it. You've got to go through it. And I feel like that's what this obstacle challenge is here. It's something that you've got to go through it to get over it, and unfortunately you may need to be the bigger person here, even if you're not the one at fault. You need to be the one that gives communication and gives an apology for a lot of you here. So interesting, Sagittarius. But I'm like, as a Capricorn deserve and needs some extra love and attention sometimes anyway. They're so rigid that sometimes they do need a little bit of extra affection and love and energy, because they hold themselves away from that so much. So for some of you, it may even be a Capricorn here. So if you do feel like there's an obstacle or a challenge or a blockage or some sort of delay between yourself and a Capricorn, just give them a little bit more. Give them a little bit more. All right? And some Capricorns also can be very, maybe it's a little bit more time some of them need here as well. I don't get that because I've got an Aries moon, which is very impulsive. So that's not me, Capricorn, but a lot of Capricorns, you do need the extra time as well. Okay, more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Capricorns. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, what does your intuition want you to know right now, Capricorn? No, not just me. Sorry, I started getting messages for myself there. I've got to be careful with that sometimes when I'm doing the Capricorn energy. Capricorn Collective, what does your intuition need you to know right now? Capricorn, why do you always do this to me? Why do we need to always extra clarify you? Why does Capricorn need to know that? Why does Capricorn need to know that? Yeah, okay. We have the anchor coming through. You are stuck, Capricorn. We have the moon as well as the mouse. Stuck emotionally on something that we have lost in the past. Stuck emotionally on the stress. It's kind of eating us away, this thing from the past that we've lost. It's emotion. It's eating away at our emotional energy, our and some of you, it's kind of like you're stuck on why is my intuition telling me things? Like it's something like your intuition is, your intuition is leading you. It's like your intuition keeps leading you back to the past and holding you here in the past. I don't know why your intuition would be doing that, but why your intuition wants you to know about this is because of the clover, which is to sort of know that you are lucky one way or another. There's maybe the need for you to invest in something, take a risk to not allow yourself to be stuck, to pull that anchor up off the bottom of the seafloor. There's also this element here, Capricorn, sort of reminding you with the anchor that you are stable and secure. You are this anchor. You are the anchor for yourself, for a lot of others. You've been through a lot in your life and you've gotten through that. You've gotten through those rough seas. The anchor goes down to hold the ship in place when the seas get rough. Yeah. You are the anchor for yourself, for your own ship, Capricorn. And you've gotten through rough seas before. You can get through whatever rough seas come. So this is just some sort of rough seas emotionally, connected with the past, connected with things you can't stop sort of thinking about. They may be eating away at you energetically quite heavily here, especially emotionally as well, eating away at your emotions a little bit here. Don't allow yourself to stay stuck. You can rely on yourself, Capricorn. Invest in yourself. Take a chance. Take a chance. There may be something that feels a bit risky or impulsive. Take a chance. Gamble. Take a gamble. So that's going to be different things for each and every one of you. but your intuition wants you to take more risks, to stop holding yourself stuck, to take more chances. Okay, so whatever that means for you, Capricorn, you are more than welcome to check your other placements. The moon energies have been quite strong this week as well, coming up into that full moon. So maybe check your moon sign. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll move on to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, what is your intuition trying to tell you? Aquarius, what is your intuition? Whoop, that one apparently. Aquarius, what does your intuition want you to know? We have the home energy come out first and foremost. It kind of flipped on out there, so it's obviously very important. I am picking up, strong family energies here. But it's kind of like there's some sort of mystery connected to that, something unknown connected to the family stuff. Maybe needing to research some family stuff. I'm getting things like, maybe it's just because I watch a lot of Reddit stories, but it's like DNA testing and things like that are coming through to do with family and stuff, like researching your family tree and things like that. The home is about safety and security. So it's kind of talking about your placement within the family, your feeling of, this is where I belong within your family. So for some of you, it really is looking into, who am I? Where do I belong within my family? Like, some of you may feel as though I don't belong, and you're kind of questioning, why do I feel like I don't belong? And that's where you're, maybe researching some stuff here to do with the family, to do with yourself, and the way that you feel connected to the idea of family and what family means to you. So for some of you, this isn't even your blood family, all right? It may actually be, researching what family means to you, as in the sense of, your tribe, your group, your true crew, whether blood or not. We have the book there. So this is like part of your story, part of the story of you, part of, where you're going, because we see the closed book here, and it needs to be unlocked. The next chapter needs to be unlocked. We don't know what that says yet. So you're kind of, maybe doing some research, educating yourself a little bit more about what family means to you, so that you can start writing that next chapter for yourself. It's just kind of finding your placement in the world, I feel here. We do have the stars as well, which is your card. So some of you, you may even be research. This is like a bit, because I do, especially with the star card there, because I do quite often refer to Aquarius as the star babies or the space cadets of the, zodiac. And the star is your card. It does talk about, wishes coming true, dreams being fulfilled, having hope and optimism. But there is this sense of being at home in the stars for you, Aquarius. So I am also picking up here that for some of you, you may actually, the research you may be doing is actually about, where is my home in the stars? Like I'm picking up things like, and not everyone believes in all this stuff, and that's fine. But I'm like picking up on, like the indigo children, the star children type energy there. So somebody may be researching a little bit more about that, like indigo children and things like that. Researching, concepts and conspiracies about, coming from other worlds and connecting to other worlds. There may be some research you're doing that is somehow connected to, otherworldly stuff. Because I'm picking up, I'm actually quite clearly hearing things like, the light language stuff, where, they do talk quite like, it's a very random subject if you don't know much about that, and it's a bit maybe crazy for some of you, just ignore that. But there's a whole bunch of different, species that connect with light languages, and I'm getting the blue avian. I feel the need to even just show you here. This other deck, I've got the Mystic Martian deck. We actually see different races of aliens in this thing. So we've got, the grays, and they all connect to different things. I'm just trying to see the ones that are coming through. The blue avians, there they are. Look at that. That's coming through for you very strongly. Philosophy, releasing karma and mysticism. Okay, is what that card means in this deck. So, there is definitely a spiritual connection here for a lot of you, and like I said, maybe researching, otherworldly connections that you feel within your own self. That's so random, Aquarius. If that's not you, that is totally fine, yeah? I know that stuff is a little bit whack for some people, which is totally fine. Each to their own. Whatever you believe is fine. But if you're someone who is looking into some interesting meditations and things like that, light language meditations may be really useful to you at the moment. They may actually sort of help you answer some questions within yourself here. Because I'm just picking up, ancestral traumas and all those sorts of family, tribe, where do I fit in? Where am I from? Kind of questions coming up here for you, Aquarius, and your intuition is really trying to bring that to the surface for you at the moment. So a bit random there, Aquarius. There you go. That's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Please subscribe to the channel, and we will move on to our Pisces. Okay, Pisces. What is Pisces intuition trying to tell Pisces? Pisces, what does your intuition want you to know? The past is actually more important than you think, Pisces. We have the mouse there. Okay, so this is a loss or something from your past, most likely that was taken away, like a missed opportunity kind of energy. Something that you've lost in the past, a missed opportunity, something that didn't work out, something that maybe eats away in the back of your mind, stresses you out a little bit here and there, but it happened for a reason, Pisces, because it's giving you brand new opportunities. We have the key here. All right, so if that hadn't have happened like that, these new opportunities wouldn't be occurring for you. So it's kind of like losing that opportunity in the past directly opens up brand new doors for you that maybe wouldn't have opened or been successful for you if that hadn't have happened. All right, and it's got to do with this fox energy, which is actually telling me here, Pisces, there's an opportunity here where you will know what the opportunity, like that this is your opportunity and that it will be very successful, because when you take this opportunity, you will feel like you're being selfish. You're being advised. Your intuition wants you to be a little bit more selfish here, to stop worrying about things you've missed out on and start being more selfish about the things that you could have from here. Be a bit, clever, intelligent about the way that we're taking new opportunities. You may need to be a little bit sneaky and about some of these opportunities, because you may, like I said, feel as though you're being a little bit selfish. But it's not selfishness, it's doing what's best for you. And your intuition is telling you, like, do it. Be selfish. Think about yourself. Put yourself first. It's your survival, number one, Pisces. So I don't know what this is, but, you're being asked to, take advantage of this new opportunity. And it's like, take advantage of it, even if you feel like it's a selfish opportunity, that you're opening a door that only suits you. That's fine. It wants to reassure you that that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, Pisces, so that's what we have for you today. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all again soon.